Emily McDonald is about to pick up her daughter Ariella from Childcare for the last time in 6 weeks.
I'm feeling a little bit worried. I'm a little bit anxious as to how we go.
The 4-year-old attends an early learning centre in Melbourne's southeast, and like hundreds of other centres across the city, it's had to tell many families they're not allowed back until at least the middle of next month. With 2 other children now at home, Emily has had to defer studying for her teacher's degree over the next 6 weeks.
It is too difficult to get study done here. I mean, just the noise level in itself. I had to weigh up, okay, I'm going to have the kids home for 6 weeks. That's obviously going to be really stressful enough rather than having to stress about meeting uni deadlines.
Under Melbourne's Stage 4 lockdown, kindergartens and childcare centres are now closed to all but the children of permitted workers and those considered vulnerable.
It sounds corny and it sounds cheesy, but we are very much like a family. You know, the longest staff member's been here 27 years, the newest have been here 4 years. I read Beck's quote, how do you reckon?
Ruth Harper runs East West Childcare, located just outside of Melbourne's city centre. She says it's been a gruelling year for staff and a worrying week for families, unsure if they could keep sending their kids.
The parents are anxious and stressed and they're calling us up and they're looking for support. So we're supporting parents, we're supporting staff, we're looking after the kids. It's a lot.
The federal government has announced a boost to emergency payments for Melbourne childcare centres to keep them afloat. Parents will be able to have their children at home for the next 6 weeks while staying enrolled without the risk of losing government subsidies. But centre operators will still have the option of charging parents their regular out-of-pocket fees. But the government is urging centres to go without those gap fees during the lockdown.
In all our consultations with the sector, they understand the importance of them waiving the gap fee. They want to see those enrolments stay in place. Please keep your enrolments. It won't cost you anything.
Ruth Harper doesn't want to charge parents out-of-pocket fees, but the board of her community non-profit centre is weighing the potential $15,000 loss. She's also worried that a child or staff member could catch COVID-19, shutting down operations for a fortnight and putting the centre on the brink of financial collapse.
And it would be terrible. Oh, don't make me cry. It makes me cry just thinking about it. God, yeah.
A few suburbs away, the Dawson Street Children's Cooperative will face similar pressures over the coming weeks, with financial reserves also running low and the entire sector now ineligible for the JobKeeper wage subsidy program. They say they'll be forced to cut shifts for casual employees.
If we could, we would love to pay these educators because we understand the personal circumstances. Most of them have really, really young families. Their partners could have lost a job as well, being in the job seeker payment. So we're looking at really, really low income already, significant hit for these educators.
The government says childcare operators can't sack staff while receiving emergency funding, but it doesn't rule out that casuals may have their shifts dramatically reduced.
So what we've given is an employment guarantee, which means that they will get work during this 6-week period. Now, as I've said before, it will depend on the circumstances of each single provider or service as to what that guarantee looks like.
Services, depending on their individual circumstances, depending on the number of families that continue to attend, should be looking at around 80% of their regular revenue.
Good girl. Good girl.
Single mum of 4, Natalie Raffaneau, lost her university job due to COVID. With 2 kids in daycare, the free childcare scheme came at the right time.
Sort of felt like we won the lottery a little bit.
Yeah, so huge excitement, to be honest, yeah.
But with the end of free childcare, Natalie has had to reduce their days and will soon be forced to cut back again to 2 days a week.
It's just stressful because you're trying to prepare them the best way for life, and there's only one of me, and whereas daycare, they've got how many teachers and how many kids around them, and it's a completely different experience for my son and daughter, yeah.
Steps here. Whoa.
Back in Melbourne, parents like Emily McDonald are left to console their children as they face a long wait before the childcare gates open once more.
And I think with Ariella, she was really upset by it. I'm not going to see my teachers or my friends. You know, I said, well, look, we just got to stop spreading the germs. And if we can stop spreading the germs, I was like, we can go back to kinder hopefully after the 6 weeks.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.